At the moment BP is trying to drill 2 relief wells. They will be finished in the end of August, but maybe it couldn't stop the oil spill. Hello, my name is Nikolai from Germany and I want to show you my oil spill solution. Here's what it looks like at the moment. About 1 mile down in the ocean there's a broken valve called BOP. BP has unsymmetrically cut the riser on top of the BOP. Here you can see a picture from the riser before they installed the cap. They placed a cap on top to pump the oil. But the cap didn't seal all areas of the flange, and so oil spills out to the sides. I think what the problem is, they haven't enough pressure from top to seal it. Even they place it straight to the flange. In some pictures I saw that the riser on top of the cap is a little bit smaller as the riser from the BOP, so you have more pressure inside the cap, and so oil will spill out to the sides. Here's a video from today. And now comes my idea. At the moment they try to seal this area of the flange, and my idea is to seal it on this side of the flange. Here comes my BOP model. The orange cap is that flange. The side of the flange has more area to seal it. You will need a kind of seal grommet and place it on top of the flange. That material of the seal grommet has to be very strong to resist the pressure. Maybe a company that builds tires can make this for you with metallic tissue. For the white lines you will need a kind of metal bands. I don't know how it's called, but you will need a kind of gear transmission ratio, so you have enough power with an ROV or a driller. Or you can use a kind of a ratchet spanner. So my new cap looks like an upside down BOP. And I show you now in a paper model how it looks like when you install it down in the ocean. The new cap comes also from top. Inside the new cap there's a big riser. The new riser inside the cap will hold it in position. Here you will also need metal bands to fix it. That red lines are the seal grommet. But what will happen when you turn off the valve on top of the new cap? The pressure will rise inside the cap. Although you have tightened the metal bands, it will pop up. For this problem you have to weld strong metal frames on the side of the new riser. On this model are only 2 installed, but it's better you use more of them. Now look on paper. The metal frames have to be longer than the flange. Now you can use strong bolts to slide it from the side underneath the flange. This will hold the whole cap in position, so it can't pop up anymore. Maybe here is a room to install the bolts. So what will happen when you now turn off the valve? The pressure goes up inside the cap and your seal grommet will be beat out on these areas. For this problem you have to weld plates around the seal grommet between the metal frames. Here's a picture from the BP homepage that looks like what I mean. I hope you have a BOP model outside of the water to check the fitting of the cap and the bolts. Outside of the water you can already install the top cap and the seal grommet and check what is the best way to fix the metal band on the seal grommet and how much power you will need by an ROV or a driller. Now how it looks like when you install it down in the ocean. Place cap on top, squeeze the metal band or use a ratchet spanner, then use the bolts and slide it underneath the flange. Or use 2 long bolts, they go complete underneath the flange. So 1 on the front and 1 on the back. So there's no much room and you have to check where you can slide the bolts in. So the order how you install it down in the ocean is very important. When you have placed the cap on top of the BOP, you have to fix the metal band a little bit. Then you have to put off your wires of the crane before you install the bolts. Otherwise, at this moment, your BOP could break away. When the bolts are in position, there is a little room between the bolts and the flange. So when you turn off the valve a tiny little bit, pressure goes up inside the cap and your cap will rise a little bit up. Then fix the metal band or use a ratchet spanner. Maybe my solution will not completely stop the oil spill, but maybe you could pump more of the oil as today. Thank you for watching.